Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode here at Tribal Trades, the daily show coming at you from the great state of Florida. One hell of a drug. And I do want to welcome you to the channel wherever you are tuning in from around the world. Thanks for watching. So the title of the show today is we had a bullish monthly close to follow up from a bullish weekly close. What's next? Is this still a fake out, or is this for real? Is Bitcoin going to all-time highs, or are we going to collapse from here? We're going to cover that and a whole bunch more. But before we do that, smash the like button. This does help get this channel out to more people and does, of course, help support the channel, as does your wonderful comments that you take the time to write. I take the time to read and respond. We're just going to literally jump straight to the charts here and just show you what I'm seeing here. And so number one, we have where Bitcoin is currently trying to break through this Fibonacci 618 crucial level. Now, if this was a dead cat bounce, if this was a fake out, this is where Bitcoin would get to before collapsing. Okay, so this could be the top. This could be it. I'm just going to lay it out there right now. It might not be. The likelihood is that we will continue to see a stronger all-time high. That, for me, is the stronger likelihood. But what I said, I believe it was over the weekend video that I did, or Friday, Saturday video, that this was the key line in the sand for me, that if we would get above here, because obviously it's here, but getting above here really does, a close, a nice weekly candle close above these levels here would be absolutely huge. And it's like that movie, dude, who stole my car? It's like, Bitcoin needs to close above this level on the weekly, and then it needs to keep closing above that level on the monthly, and then we've got to close above the 618, and then we're off. We're off and running. Obviously, that absolutely incredible. And I did tell you many times, look at a lot of the altcoins still struggling, apart from a few that we gave in the Tribal Trades Discord. The winners, absolutely picked the winners there, with Bitenza Tau going up from about 170 bucks to about $370, and absolutely huge gains there for those who got on those trades on the Tribal Trades Discord. The last trade I gave on that before the breakout was at $233 just a couple of weeks ago. So if you got on that trade, congratulations. And then, of course, the Sui trade at 10 was the last I gave that trade for breaking out. And of course, that got to as low as about $1.70. So both those coins gone up above 100% just in a couple of weeks, while a lot of the other coins have been laggards and have struggled. And this is because Bitcoin dominance has hit its highest levels since up here we hit 65%? Pretty close, almost 65% since 2020. So people are just flooding to Bitcoin. They're selling a lot of their altcoins, and they're going in mostly into Bitcoin and into the stronger coins, of course. And so very important to be in the right coins. Bitcoin does go on from here and make a new all-time high, then unfortunately most altcoins are not going to really go with it. You're going to find Bitcoin, if it gets back to 109K, some of the altcoins you may have been holding may have really not moved. And so it's important to be in the right altcoins and the ones that are really going to prosper. I picked two out of those, which are Tau and Sui. Also, Ondo has done extremely well. Not as strong, I've got to admit, but however, up from the lows of 65, it got up to over $1 there. I do expect that if Bitcoin continues to run, I do expect it to break through these levels here and prosper and do well. I do like the technology and the real world asset use case. I think Mondo can be a strong performer here. Solana hasn't quite caught up yet there, waiting for that break. We had a little bit of a fake out move here to the upside, but look in that break above the tribal trades trend line, one line to rule them all. It's a break above that trend line. We got to get above 154 with some volume. Even then, you know, we've got 162 is coming up there as a line of resistance there that will be tough to break, but I believe once it does get above that, look, already above its 50-day moving average, which keeps moving up, by the way. I have to keep moving these lines to the upside there. And of course, the 200-day moving average is going to be an absolute huge one to break for Solana there, 181. But, you know, these coins can move very quickly, as we saw with Tau and with Sui. And I give those entries in the Discord daily, you know, as long as people have an idea that you can also take entries to the downside. Those who leverage trade and have learned to leverage trade in the Discord, we have the Leverage Lounge, aka the party zone, where people are trading and sharing trade ideas. We have the Win Zone, the Your Wins, some incredible wins there. William Gaddis there as well. Rod in there crushing it. Oh, lots of trades there, gone on a huge spree. Maddox, Nikola Tesla, as always, absolutely crushing there. And then, yeah, even the Braveheart trader crushing, and I know Donut's been crushing some trades as well overnight, trading the Asian time zone there as well. So you can just see, this is pays for itself, really. The Discord pays for itself, and just keep stacking the wins there. Even those some people have never traded leverage before, we teach how to trade, make money to the downside and to the upside, and to trade responsibly. Give education on that, and you can come and live trade with me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's today, actually, usually at around 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and then sometimes also on the weekend open up live trading with me as well there. And that's where I gave actually the original Sui and Tau trades, $2.10 and $233. And those trades have been absolutely fantastic. We opened longer swing trade. If you work a full-time job and you don't have time to day trade and sit and watch trades, that's fine. In the Discord, we cater for all levels, beginner, intermediate, and expert. We cater for all trading styles, the investor, the trader, and someone who's a little bit of a both investor, trader, and medium. So we trade for the short, the medium, and the long-term trades as well. In fact, we have the SRSI challenge up and running in the Discord. I have added that to the Discord cheat sheet as well for those who want to long-term invest with me, where I show how I made over 100% trading stocks. And of course, we're going to apply that to Bitcoin. So we started that with Bitcoin with our first original purchase of $82,000. We've made $10,000 purchases of each, the SPY and Bitcoin. And we're going to follow the SRSI weekly rule there that I have set out. Now, I did do this. If you're going, I did share this publicly for YouTube here for you guys on Sunday. You have to go back to my Stocks on Sunday video to see how that works. And so that is up and running. There is a tab in there. And of course, I will update it. But it is a good long-term investing strategy. So if you're a long-term investor, you can get started in the Discord. There is a link below in the description. It will pop out. There you can see where you can sign up. I'm also in the Stocks with Josh Discord as well. I have my own Crown Traders channel in there where I share education, insights, some of my trade setups, and of course entertainment, because this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. This is for education and entertainment purposes only. Are you not entertained? And I tell you, I have called this run almost perfectly. Shared where I was buying for the lows. I actually shared to the Discord. You know, we got a big heads up on retail because we front ran the market. I gave all of these trades here in the market before they broke out. I told even people when I felt that this was the last chance to buy and get any final buy orders in now. And of course, many did and are up in a big way. And so it's just very important to understand that I understand these market cycles very well. I even sold all of my stocks at the top in January, have been buying them back. there's a lot of people. There's a guy who blocked me on X because I called him out for being wrong and costing his followers a lot of money. And I don't mind being blocked. I will call people out who are just out there spreading fake FUD. But again, I shared a video yesterday, a stocks video, my stocks day hump day video, where I shared sell in May and go away. And historically, in May, the last few Mays, it's actually been quite good. It's been positive more than negative. And so I did share that in the video. And of course, stocks are again up today in pre-market trading. And so I do have a stocks plays, I have crypto plays, I have chats, all kinds, charts, trading floor, all kinds of education. Of course, I have the tribal trades, a new cheat sheet that is tribal trades only here, cheat sheet. And you can see tons of education here, all the training sessions that we have, archived live training, some of the crypto trades and stocks trades as well there. You can see just incredible amount of information and education as well in the Tribal Trades Discord. And of course, these are the stocks plays that I entered. You can see all these incredible entries that I've given, and these ones I've given on YouTube as well. So if you've been following me and taking here's the thing, this is what I notice. The people that are up and that are making money are those that are taking the trades. The people that aren't are people that aren't taking the trades, and they complain why they aren't making money and prospering. It's simply because you're not taking the trades. You've got to be in it to win it. You've got to risk it for the biscuit, okay? And this was just a no-brainer to be loading up at these low levels here. My goodness, Palantir at 67. I think we just hit 125 there. I'm going to have to update some of these levels because they're even higher now on a lot of these. Look at Tesla, look at MicroStrategy, absolutely incredible. You could have made an enormous amount of money just by taking these trades when I took them there. Okay, so just some interesting stuff there. Okay, let's look at the liquidity levels because we're going to follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard, the wonderful Wizard of Oz. And so what you see here is we've come and cleaned up that liquidity here. There is a little bit building to the downside. Could we see some short-term bearishness, or is this a mighty bull trap and we're going to collapse to the downside? I would expect, as I go through these levels here, the market makers would want to come and take a lot of this. You can see it all building up. That's ready for the bear market, people. When we go down in the bear market, that's building up and will get tagged at some point as Bitcoin comes down. That does mean that I do think in the bear market, it's going to go lower than what the price is right now. Okay. And there we see we have a little bit more to the this month is one I really like looking at because you can really see how much money there is to be made. We're tagging billions and billions of dollars. If we go up a little bit higher here, 96,300, we're going to get $7 billion, another $7 billion, 96,780. So I do think we at least get all the way back up to this 100K level there. Now, remember, that could all happen this week. Okay. And then obviously the new all-time high, maybe that gets left behind for another time, but there is still a lot of money there. But it's a lot of billions of dollars now at that 83 level, all the way down to about 79,000, and then 78,000, 77. You can see it all the way down 73. So that's building up, just like we saw when Bitcoin was coming down. All of this was building up. Now they're going to come and get all of this. Then the bull market will be over, and then they'll come down and finally there'll be a huge amount there gathered, and the crypto casino rolls on. The house wins unless you know the rules. And, I don't make the rules of the game. I just know how to play the game, and that's how I effectively will get in. That's why I got in at Bitcoin when it was 74. Okay, that's why I shared my buys there here on YouTube and in the Discord when it was at 74 and 78. My last buys were in at around 82 and 84,000 for Bitcoin. Haven't bought any Bitcoin since. Now there are some coins that may still want to jump off. Solana, Ondo might be two that are next to go. There might be some others out there. However, do be careful that this does not turn out to be just a dead cat bounce here, and we just end up, we must get above these levels and have a close above the 618 level. Ideally, I'd like to see us close the weekly candle. If we just shoot up to here and then come back down and close below the 618. Yes, we're above the 200-day moving average. That's powerful and important. Don't get me wrong. And that would lead, and we're above the 20 EMA on the daily. That's great, and that does lead me towards that we can have a new all-time high. That new all-time high can come very quickly without your favorite altcoins really doing a whole lot, unless you got in the altcoins that I shared about in the Discord just a couple of weeks ago there. There might be some others that will play, but so far Tau and Sui have been the clear leaders and winners in this breakout with Bitcoin. All right, thank you all for tuning in, and as always, until the next episode, until I see you in the Discord, happy trading.